Pickaxe, make box of potions. Well, I'm gonna have to organize it anyway, because with the way that stuff comes out of the hoppers, I'm gonna have to organize it anyway. The cool part about this is I only have to do this cycle 3 times for a full half box of potions. While that runs, do I need to? We need lava buckets. It should be pretty close to full, no? Yeah. Ma. Oh, oh, jeez. What was that? Ma. Meow meow. Oops. Meow, meow. You know, the librarian's hat for a second there kind of looked like it's the same pattern as TNT without really looking at it. Meow, 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 meow. Big, big. Well, off to work we go. Onward, Piggington, into the breach. Big, big. Are they gonna bite me? Are you gonna jump off? No. Oh! I guess he did jump off. Alright, so I'm not sure where that goes. But I see this thing here, and I'm pretty sure it's within the coordinates of the quadrants here. Oh no. Of course. Is it here I stopped? Yeah. So it was over there that I was working last time. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Big, big. Oops. You know, I just had an idea. I know you can make a warped fungus on a stick. And the thing that I'm wondering is, I know that the warped fungus repels the hoglins. You know, just on, on the ground by itself. And the answer is probably no, but because it seems plausible, I might be able to carry a warped fungus on a stick in my other hand and repel the hoglins. I mean, like, it's probably not going to work, but like, I mean, I could also see it working too, like, and this whole time I probably could have been doing that if it does work. But it's probably not going to work, probably. And there's really, there's really just not an easier way to remove these funguses that I can think of without looking it up or without anything else. The only way I can think of is just to do it. And it takes a little bit. It's a little bit slower than just, mining right through netherak. Which, as soon as I get to that point where all the fungus is gone, and I'm just removing netherak, the netherak is going to go a lot faster. I mean, even with, like, crazy high quantities of block, the netherak is still going to be faster. The trade-off, and the nice part, is the netherak, or the having so much crimson forest, means that there's a lot of air blocks. And every spot that's an air block is a block that I don't have to remove, regardless of what kind of block it is. Which is really nice. Big. The other thing I'm wondering is, can you name a shulker box? I mean, you can name practically everything else, like on an anvil. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. But I mean, naming them kind of doesn't really do me any good, in the sense that, like, I'm still gonna probably put different stuff in them anyway, and it's like if I ran out of space in like the nether wart box or the nether wart only box, I would still have to use the inventory spaces in the other boxes anyway. So even if I can name them, leaving them unnamed probably makes more sense. But I gotta test that. I gotta get some string and make a warped fungus on a stick. The pig. How good. I'm just testing something there. You know, I'm starting to wonder that if that bug that used to happen is still happening. Like, it used to make it look like you've removed a block, and then you turn around like 5 seconds later and the block has come back. I think it used to be like the server validation or something, like, and it used to happen especially when you used to use like really high speed mining, like because I swore, like, it's happened quite a bit. Like, it's pretty reasonable to think that I've just missed it and I thought that I got it, but like while I'm up here and like trying to remove blocks, like trying to remove the nether wart, it really seems like I've gotten everything and I've made sure that I've gotten everything, and then, you know, like 10 minutes later I turn around and there's like one floating piece of nether wart up there. And it could be both things. It could be that I'm missing the block while I'm up here and I don't notice it until I'm on the ground. And because of the high-speed mining, it could be both things happening, that it looks like it's gone, but it's actually still there. It could be both things. Which, if it were both things, it would make more sense than if it were just either thing by itself. Because the behavior is consistently inconsistent enough to have it be like, you know, to make me question it. Like I think I'm seeing some right over there that fits that same criteria. Like I know I removed all of these blocks. Like I made sure multiple times that I didn't miss one, and then there's one sitting up there. Oh, good. You guys are just determined to be in the way. I think I got all the blocks. As they say, I look up and see the block that I missed. There's like a lot of them right here. Holy crap. Pig, 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 piggy, pig, piggy, pig. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head back and clear these boxes out and make a warped fungus on a stick. The scavelting should be over here. Oh, oh, good. Thank you. At first I was going to say thank you sarcastically, but no, thanks. Thanks. Oops. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to repel the pigmen or not. Well, the hoglins aren't the pigmen. The answer is probably no. Just because it would be nice to be able to hold the thing in the offhand. The same thing with the soul torches. Like, I know that it probably has to be placed for it to have the same effect, but like if I held a soul torch in my left hand, or in my offhand, then I mean, at this point I may as well just bring the shulker box because they are replaceable. Yeah, it's gotta be placed. Same is true probably for the warped fungus on a stick. Yeah, they don't care about that at all. Yeah, no, I thought it, maybe. But no. Like, it could have gone either way, so it was worth testing it to find out if it were true or not. And I was really hoping the netherite hoe would last longer than it did, because the downside is it doesn't, and you have to repair it with netherite. And the reasoning, like, I was just thinking about, like, imagining the case where people are like, see, this is why people build on the top of the nether, because it takes forever, and I bet you regret doing this now. And it's like, no. Because it is a sandbox game, and the part of the sandbox game means you can do pretty much whatever you want, because, you know, you want to. And because of that, when I'm done with this, because it is a when and not an if, but when I'm done with this, I mean, it's gonna be really satisfying. And like, the other part of it is like, it's funny that every video game is just some pattern of lights on a screen, and you're pushing all of the same buttons for all of the same games you play anyway, which that's true for console games and stuff too. Like, you're still just pushing the same buttons. And it's funny that the only thing that's different is our interpretation of what's happening. And it's just pattern lights on the screen. Like, that's all that any game has ever been. And yeah, and it's funny that, like, you can't deny that the reaction that people have to the pattern lights is real. Like, it's a real reaction, like, it's a real thing that's happening in their mind. And it's funny to say, like, well, I don't want to look at the bad patterns of lights, I want to look at the good patterns of lights. I don't want to push the bad buttons, I want to push the good buttons. Which makes you think of the meme that talks about the exact same thing, which is like some guy sitting at his computer at work, like, I don't want to look at the bad screen, I want to look at the good screen. And then it shows him, like, at home looking at the TV, like. And it's just, it like, well, amuses is not really the right word, but I can't think of a better word that fits. Is like, it's amusing to me, the thought that, like, literally everything that we experience is all in our head. So, like, the comparison of, like, well, you know, the smarter thing to do is to just exploit your way up to the nether ceiling and build your stuff on the nether ceiling, so that way you could be done with your farm and then go and do what? Like, what are you, it's a sandbox game, like, what are you in a hurry to go do? Like, and then how, like, where's the thing, like, how does one thing really have priority over anything else in the sandbox game? And it's the other part that it, like, made me think of that is, like, I know the answer is that there isn't really any difference, and there isn't really any higher priority, you know, so long as, like, you know, you have food and, you know, shelter in a survival game like Minecraft. I mean, that does take priority. Like, But like, what would I be in a hurry to go do? I mean, and then there's this particular case, in my case, where I've already killed the Wither, I've already killed the Ender Dragon. I've already been to the end. I've already been to the end city, like... And how are breaking these blocks really any different than breaking any other blocks that you would have to be breaking in a game about breaking blocks? And it's not so much about the potential answer of the potential questions that I'm asking as just bringing it to light that people typically don't think about that. And since all of this stuff is being removed, it doesn't really matter which stuff I remove first. About the only stuff that really has a slightly higher priority to be removed would be the stuff along the edges, because I don't really want to remove blocks that I don't have to remove that fit within my, you know, my spawn cube that I'm trying to spawn proof, like. And then there's the, you know, back to the being in a hurry to get stuff done. And then there's the justification of like, well, it just makes more sense to avoid having to remove all these blocks because you're going to build stuff, you know, if you wanted just the farm and you just wanted the stuff, just exploit your way to the nether ceiling and build it up there. Which, I mean, you know, objectively, it's not wrong that it takes less time, and you don't have to, you know, you get the same thing without having to remove X amount of millions of blocks. But then there's like the semantic argument of, is it really the same thing? I mean, are you really like, I mean, it's all like, it's an exploit based on a cheat. You know, it's like a farm that's based on a cheat. Like, which makes you think of scrap mechanic. There's a thing in the game, scrap mechanic, where it's a glitch, where like it's a suspension glitch that causes the physics engine to not cause any pitch and roll and stuff to happen. So any vehicle that you build in the game has like, you know, you can't flip it over. Which people use it on flying machines and other stuff, like they use it on ground machines too, but like, I mean, can you really call it a flying machine if you're using the suspension glitch? And everybody that uses a suspension glitch, like, emphatically is determined that, well, yeah, it's the same thing. And then it's not. It isn't the same thing at all. So what that means is every farm that's been built on the top of the nether, you're only able to do that because of a cheat. So I mean, like, I mean, you know, because it's a sandbox game, you can't really say that one way is really better than the other way. I mean, to those particular people that don't want to do this, you know, I guess that's an okay thing to them, which that's fine. I mean, I'm not looking to assign blame or say good or bad here. Like, I mean, but when you get to like the objective comparison of things, it's not really the same. Like, I mean, like, you may as well just go into creative mode and like, I mean, it's like people, because people have done this, is like making backups of your hardcore world in case you accidentally die. Well, I mean, then you're not really playing hardcore. And if the only person's opinion that matters is the person that's playing the game, I mean, like, I guess it's like the only person that they're really fooling is themselves. You know, it's like somebody that's talking about, you know, they want everybody to believe that they're like, you know, some type of like really, really good Minecrafter that plays hardcore, and then like it comes out later that like, oh well, I just used backups every time I died, and then I edited those parts out of the video. Well, when you were really playing hardcore, were you? Yes, I was. Says who? Me. And it's like, well, that's fine if that's what you want to do, but it's the convincing other people that that's what you're doing. They're like. Yeah, it's my center block there. These, I think I just missed these. But my motivation for saying that is like, I'm thinking about people that are watching like the 30th video in a row of me removing nether forest. And being like, he's still removing the blocks from the nether forest. And then later it's going to be, he's still removing the netherak from the... Like, yeah. In my particular case, for this project, it's not the wither farm that I'm worried about. It's not having a gold farm that I'm worried about. I've already beaten the game. I've already beaten the wither. I'm not in a particular hurry to try to find the end city, or no, not the end city, but I don't even know what it's called. The part where the warden is, I would have to look up, like, I don't know anything about the warden. Which is, I think that's pretty nice. Like, I mean, there's a new thing to the game that I have no idea about, which the difference between recording the video offline versus streaming it is like, there's always a person in the stream that, like, you know, they go, you know, you could even have like blind playthrough on the stream, and people go in and intentionally try to spoil whatever thing is, like, you know, the person is trying to keep themselves from knowing, like, and I even kind of run the risk of somebody hearing me say that and being like, well, you know, this thing, that thing, this thing, and this thing about the warden and the spot where the warden is. But the way that I usually like to do that, you know, stuff that I'm unfamiliar with, is I like to screw up a few times and try to figure stuff out, and then eventually, if I can't figure it out, then I'll go look it up. But back to what my motivation to initially start that whole rant there is like, admittedly, this could be kind of boring to watch. Watching somebody remove like Crimson Forest or like millions of nether blocks, like that is what time-lapse stuff is for, but I mean, it's not like I can't skip to the future. I can't skip ahead and just magically have a time lapse of me removing blocks I haven't removed yet. And I've never done this before, specifically because there was always an easier way to do it. I mean, it's so easy to farm, like you make one spawn pad, and however many withers happen to spawn in the spawn pad, eventually with the looting 3 sword you'll get enough, you know, to summon the wither and kill the wither and be done with it. Because most of the time in the survival playthrough you don't really need many beacons. You don't really, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be cases where some people do need that many beacons, but generally no. Just the one beacon around the house or the one beacon in the mining area. In the farm that I have now, which consists of a non-spawn proofed block of nether bricks, has netted me enough to summon and kill the wither with having X amount of skulls in a box already, which I could finish the mechanics of the wither farm. Like I could skip doing all this and put it off till after I finish that, except I'm not in a hurry to get wither skulls. I'm not in a hurry to get large amounts of gold. Like that could be running the whole time that I'm doing this, which makes sense, but I mean, again, like I'm not really prioritizing getting the parts because I've already gotten them. Like I'm not prioritizing getting those materials because I've already gotten as many as I need. And I'm kind of enjoying this. I mean, it's peaceful, and I know that every block that I remove is a block that is being removed from the total amount of blocks that I have to remove. Will I ever do this again? Probably no, because I've already done it once. But have I ever done it before? No. Which is part of the reason that I'm doing it right now. This is a demonstration of all of the work that people would have to do to properly spawn-proof the nether. And even before they added Crimson Forest and everything else, like, this is still all the amount of work that people would have to do to spawn-proof the nether to make a wither farm, like, way back in the day. You know, like 10, 12 years ago, like. Which, knowing that, is why I've always just settled for not spawn-proofing anything or making a farm and just making the spawn pad. Oh, and I just thought of a comment from, it was a comment about beds and TNT and stuff, and like, making a darkroom farm that gives you like all of the overworld mobs minus the Endermen is not really that hard or that time consuming or that difficult, but I wouldn't use TNT anyway. I mean, even if I had a high volume creeper farm or an overworld farm, because it's not just creepers. And it's not that I'm worried about mining sand or making a sand duplicator, or like I wouldn't make a sand duplicator personally, but it's that I've tried to use TNT before, and the amount of work that you have to do to use the TNT to get the maximum explosion radius is you'd have to dig a tunnel and then place the TNT down the tunnel anyway. Which in that time, especially for netherak, like, it would be, the net overall blocks removed would be faster to just mine it. And it's more even and more consistent, and then if I were to use explosives, I would just use beds. Which, that is on my bucket list here for my playthrough here, is I will make a darkroom spawner. I do have a playlist of my other playthrough that I kind of abandoned on Minecraft. Which, I don't really have a reason other than I just started playing a different game and forgot about it. But I did build a darkroom spawner, and that's the same darkroom spawner that I'm going to build in this world. But yeah, I'm not about hype. If anything, I try to be as real as I can about the reasons that I do stuff. You know, I try not to like role play that I'm afraid of zombies or stuff like that. I mean, I know that there's people that like that, those kind of videos, but I mean, if you're confused why that's not this kind of video, I mean, it's because it's not that kind of video. I mean, the reason that a square isn't a triangle is because it's a square. I mean, I would feel so weird trying to make those kind of videos. There's a zombie! There's a zombie! Makes me think of, when I do that voice, it makes me think of Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. But again, not shaming anybody that likes those videos. Trying to make people feel bad would be a waste of time and a waste of effort, in my opinion. But back to the whole thing that started my whole rant there was, it's totally justifiable for somebody to watch this and be like, this is boring. And if somebody said that, I would, you know, figuratively look at them and be like, you're right. Oh. Saw lava peeking through the floor. Thought I was going for a ride there. Oh, good. It's potion time. Get away from the edge here. They think there's Romulans on board. They're right. Yeah, I love that scene. The Voyager. Star Trek Voyager. Oh, that's the term I think I was searching for before in my rant. There is, it's false equivalency. It's trying to make a thing that isn't the same as another thing seem like it's the same as another thing. Big, big. And again, like, I know, like, some people would agree with me, some people would disagree with me about what I'm about to say. Is like, the crazy part of this is, like, I'm enjoying doing this. Like, I'm having fun doing this. Big, big. I guess I should do this one. And the thing that, like, the thing that I'm focused on right now is when I'm finally done with this project, I won't ever play Minecraft ever again. No, I'm joking. Like, when I'm finally done with this project, like, I can stand at the center of my farm there and look in all directions and just see, like, I mean, it's the kind of disappointing part is I realize what I'm saying is I'm probably just gonna see the red void of the nether. But I mean, that might be something that I might find a way to cheat to change to remove the red void so I can see farther in the nether. Specifically so that I can do the thing I'm about to say, which is so that I could stand in the center and see, like, how it looks like I used commands to remove all the blocks. But since, you know, I'm obviously not using commands to remove all the blocks, that's the satisfaction that I'm gonna get out of this. Big, big. Oops, thought that was a different block. Thought that was a block. Oh! Thought that was a block that was one block lower than it was. Oh, man. But a piece of advice that I could give people about trying to do this is take your time, because trying to do it in a hurry is only gonna make you have more and more setbacks, like compound setbacks. is going to take as long as it takes. And there's no way to make it any faster. Which that also is an attempt to potentially answer the potential question of like, well, why is this person doing this? Why aren't they trying to do it faster? Because trying to make it go faster would make it go slower. Like I saw a post, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, I can't really remember, but I saw a post on Reddit, in the Minecraft Reddit, and some person was asking what everybody thought they should do with a hole that they dug in the overworld. It didn't match the chunk coordinates, it didn't, they weren't like hollowing out a chunk, it was just some arbitrary space that was some arbitrary number of blocks that went all the way down to bedrock from the surface. And it's like, comparing it to what I'm doing here is like, personally, I wouldn't do that. But they probably had fun doing it. And that's really all playing any video game is about, is like whatever you personally get out of playing the video game. Because again, it's all the same buttons and all just different patterns of lights. And the difference between me and that person is, and the difference between what they did versus what I'm doing here is, I at least need some type of practical reason to do the stuff that I'm doing. Like, the justification that I would make that, you know, that person, like the practical application of what they did is, you know, they've got a stone quarry or a deep slate quarry or a dirt quarry, or, you know, they can easily see whatever layer of whatever stuff, you know, as they go up and down the hole. You know, like if they need diorite or if they need like granite or andesite or something, they could just see that and then go harvest it. I mean, and plus it's all resources that are now in a box. Well, I would hope that they stored it in a box. Yeah, it's time to go get another diamond pick here, or a diamond hoe. Yeah, I'm disappointed that this netherite hoe didn't last longer. But I had never made one before in survival. Oh. Plus I was aware of the achievement that you get for making one, so. But this has a practical application, what I'm doing here. I mean, this is all of the work that would have to be put in to properly spawn-proof another farm. Which is why people that build on the roof, it's less impressive than people that spend the time to hollow out the area that they need to hollow out, or spawn-proof the area that they need to spawn-proof. Which again, I'm not shaming the people that build on the roof. There's not really a comparison here. I guess the point that I'm trying to stress is like, I'm not making a comparison. Big, big. Okay, so this chunk is done, but I do want to go repair my netherite hoe, or replace my netherite hoe. So let me get up here. Oh, that makes me think of the posts that I see on the Minecraft Reddit about like, what should I build here? And the answer to every one of those posts is always the same thing, is they never listen to whatever any of the suggestions are. They always end up just building the thing that they wanted to build anyway. And, oh crap. Don't really have a reason to organize this. And I thought it was going to be easier than it was, so whatever, this is good now. And then there's the other part of that is like, I know that nobody's going to listen to me. People are always going to make those posts. Just like anybody that ever makes those posts never listens to any of the suggestions of what it was going to be anyway. Like, And I just now thought of somebody like saying, well, I made a post like that and I listened to the suggestions. Yeah, but I mean, that seems like they're kind of intentionally missing the point, and the point is that, like, for every one time that that does happen, that would be the exception to the majority of the times that it doesn't happen. And the problem with that is, like, I mean, you can't make the exception to the rule the rule and have it make sense. I mean, you can practically reason and logic your way into any reason or logic that you want. But that doesn't mean that it objectively makes sense. And then there's the thinking about, like, the process that I'm in now of removing all these blocks and stuff, and, like, the thing that people don't realize is that at some point in the future I'm going to be done, and then at some point in the future, if somebody discovers a channel on the videos, they could just skip through this whole part to the point where I'm done. Like, but do I expect people to watch this and be absolutely enthralled by what they're seeing? No. In fact, I am pretty conscious of the fact that this content runs the risk of being boring. So, then why would I make it? Because it's part of... I want to have every bit of this playthrough recorded so that I could have it recorded, like, and because you can't skip ahead to the future, I mean, that's kind of why we're here at this particular part in the process. Meow meow. 275 hours later. Meow. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. Is made of bread. Made of bread, yeah. Zambuli. Zambuli. Liar. That villager lied to me, cat. Said I had to grow Chromia cat? It looks like it is. Hey. Meow. Can you buy fish from the fisherman? Raw cod to cooked cod. I mean, this seems like... I mean, maybe at higher levels. I mean, I guess it saves you from having to cook the fish. But I guess for right now the answer is no. Like, but it seems like you should be able to buy fish from the fisherman to save you from having to go fishing. No? No? Made of bread. The meow meow. Kitty cat. Are they all restocked? Cool. Wow. Wow. Nice. Nice. I mean, I don't really need him to be efficiency 5. I think I'll buy a few more. Which, I only need 2 more levels here. Wow. Have you restocked yet? No. The meow meow. Oh, oops. Nice. I'm getting pretty lucky there. That should be enough for now, though. Wow. Kitty cat. Wow. Ow. I'm doing good work there, speed bump. That was not good work there, speed bump. It almost put me in the lava. Are you gonna do it again? That wasn't very cool there, zombie big man. Oh, good. Is made of bread, made of bread. Hey, let me check something here. 2 hours and 15 minutes. I mean, I kind of want to keep going. I mean, Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep going. I don't really want to make like a long video, and then I don't want to like stop and restart just to keep the video length short, because the next video is just going to be more of the same of me removing Crimson Forest. Which brings me back to my rant, which I'm not going to go back through like the details of the rant again, but it's not an accident that I'm recording all of this stuff, and I'm thinking that this is going to be like high entertainment value. But that doesn't mean that people aren't going to watch it, or at least even a little bit of it. But that also doesn't mean that I'm intentionally putting stuff on YouTube and taking up space on their servers or whatever, on their storage devices, thinking that it's gonna be bad, because then again, like, there's stuff that's way, way worse than this on YouTube, you know, as far as like, you know, YouTube poop. But I'm not trying to make YouTube poop. Despite me making YouTube poop, I mean, like, the poo-poo. And to think this was all just forest not long ago. But it is forest no longer. I'll deal with the upper levels as I go down and remove netherak. Like, I'm probably gonna miss some forest at some point, like. But I mean, it's less about me specifically removing the forest and only the forest, or specifically removing the netherak and only the netherak. It's just that there happens to be quite a bit of forest. And having to remove, and having to shift gears every time. We got a problem here. Oh no. I do have to make these efficiency 5. Oh no. So I was wrong. I thought efficiency 4 was gonna be just as fast as all that was, but no. I guess I do need to make efficiency 5. Big, big. Now, how should I handle that? I mean, oh crap, I'm leaving the other ones up in the box upstairs. I don't think I'm gonna have enough XP to combine them. I might get lucky because I don't have any work done on them. They've only just been enchanted and they're fresh, unworked on hose. I should be able to put an anvil here. Oops. And see, I was just gonna say, I was way more worried about the gas blowing up my stuff, which is why I didn't want to put in a... This is why I didn't want to put in a workstation up here, like a relatively complicated workstation, like... This thing is a pain in the eyeball. Just like that. How do you like it, you angry marshmallow? Yeah, I think I'm finally gonna put in a wall here. I think I'm just gonna make it out of planks. Because so long as the gas can't see me, it won't shoot at me. And it's happened enough times to where now I'm worried about the now I'm worried about the gas blowing the stuff up. Like, how should I do this? I don't want to remove these torches or replace these torches. I guess I'll just put the wall out here. Big. Hello. I've come to speak to you about your head's extended warranty. What? Ow! I should have went out the other door. Wait, is that all netherak or netherwort there? That is that tree. And since I'm not in a hurry, and since I have to remove it anyway, I think I'm gonna remove that tree. Wow, full armored big man. Nice. Made of bread, yeah. Tree be gone. Trap again. Whatever, I'm leaving that stuff. It'll fall out when I'm mining out the netherak anyway. No. Oh, just thought of another thing that I've said before, but since there's no guarantee that anybody's going to see every video, would I be doing this if I didn't have access to the iron farm in the village that makes it so I had easy access to the tools? No. If I absolutely needed a wither farm, I would build it on the ceiling. I would find some way to either glitch my way onto the ceiling, or I would just cheat and break out the bedrock up to the ceiling. But that's the other part of my doing this for my satisfaction of doing this is that gives me an excuse to use my iron farm in my village to make the highly enchanted diamond tools that are required to do something as crazy as this. Like, if you didn't have access to the village and the iron farm to easily get the emeralds and the XP and everything else, I'm trying to do this by just manually you know, with the enchantment levels, like just manually, and like manually trying to do it with, well, not manually is kind of a bad descriptor, but to trying to do it without the village and without the, it would take such a long time, because like with as fast as I burn through these tools and I have to replace them or fix them or repair them, like it's just not reasonably practical to do what I'm doing here. Which, that's the other, like I said, that's the justification that I'm telling myself anyway, of why both I'm able to do this and why I am doing it. Is because the alternative is I wouldn't really have a reason to justify having the village and having access to those tools. Like what would I really use all those tools for? I mean, like in your normal like survival playthrough, like the amount of diamond tools that you typically get when mining and the amount of XP that it takes to enchant them to a high level and the amount of times that you have to repair them just doing like regular mining and stuff, you wouldn't need that. So like this justifies me having the village, and justifies the time that it took to get the villagers, and justifies the time that it took to design and, you know, refine the design on the iron farm. Because what else would I use all of that iron for? What else would I use all of these diamond tools for? I mean, yeah, it would always be convenient to have an easy access to diamond tools, but this kind of goes that extra step toward that justification in my own mind. You know, it's like, I guess the comparison would be like, you put all of the time into getting your character up to a high level in the game, not just this game, or, you know, like any game where you gotta like farm gear and like, and then you get all the way to the end of the boss, you know, the end boss, and you kill the end boss, and then there's nothing to do with your like god level character. It's like, well, it'd be nice if I could, you know, use the character for something. This gives me the ability to use the, you know, the high tier tools and armor and stuff. This gives me a reason to do that, beyond just doing it just to do it. Like, and then there's the thought that I wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have that. So it's very satisfying in my mind there. Oh! I almost made it. Didn't I just open the potion box too? Oh no, I opened the other box to store this stuff in. Pig, 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 pig. Piggy, piggity, pig. Pig, pig, pig. Yeah, seeing the baby piglin zombie is kind of sad. You know, like, it's a little bit morbid. Big, 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 big. I thought that was a pig. Piggy, piggy, pig. Piggy, pig, piggy, pig. Head slapping time. Easily my most favoriteest block in the game would be scaffolding. Big red. Netherak to get to it anyway. I mean, plus I'm gonna have to remove the netherak anyway. This is within the quadrant, so there's a potion box. You know what's cool? This is my, this is a layer that I removed stuff from. I am making progress. I mean, it feels like I'm making progress is really what I should say, because every single block that I'm removing, like, this is now one block closer to the goal. Dude, no. It's made of bread. But yeah, I think that's awesome. And this is significantly less solid than I thought it was going to be. Like the north, east, and west quadrants here, I was a little bit discouraged. I was like, man, they're gonna be freaking... It's just gonna be a whole chunk of solid netherak throughout the whole thing, and it's like... Nope. Not nearly as bad as all that. And the funny part is, like, I made the efficiency 5 unbreaking 3 and fortune 3 diamond hoe as a joke, because I never really expected to use it for anything. But no. It is necessary to remove this nether wart as fast as I'm removing this nether wart. Which I didn't know that until, like, you know, X amount of minutes ago, where I was like, what? Oh, no, it has to be efficiency 5. Which again brings me back to, not only would I not be able to do this, like, within any reasonable time frame, just because of time that it would take, you know, having to get the tools and the XP to be able to do it, but it gives me, you know, it allows me to use the village and the iron farm for something. And it's not based on cheating. It's a reward for understanding how the game mechanics work and being able to build a farm around it. And it's oh so very satisfying. And just the time difference is staggering. It's like, oh well, I gotta go diamond mining. Oh well, I gotta go either AFK by the zombie farm or AFK by the skeleton farm or manually go out and get all the XP required to make the tools, and then you go out for like an hour or so and then you burn through the tool, and then it's all of that time all over again. Am I getting shot? Or is one of the other pigs getting shot? One of the other pigs. Yes, I'm turning into a pig man. And it's funny because sometimes I even catch myself, like some of the things that I say kind of sound like the things that the pigmans say. Big, big. Ooh, right, I guess I don't have potions on. They big. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah, see, I knew it. So anything past this line, I don't have to remove. Because I want it to look like I shaved it off with a comment or a command. A command. Which I think I already broke out a few blocks, but whatever. Not a command, but a command. A command. And it goes back to what I was thinking before, is it's funny that I want it to look like that, but I'm probably not going to see it because of the nether fog. But I'm sure that there's probably some mod or something that I could change to make it so I can see far in the nether. But since it is kind of cheating, I don't really want to do that until after I'm done. And again, I'm not against cheating. I will cheat if I feel it's necessary. But not on a playthrough where I've decided that I don't want to cheat as like a challenge kind of thing. Like, big, big. Yeah, I'll be okay. Oh. I thought he couldn't get to me. I was about to talk junk to him, like, oh, what's the matter? You can't get to me? Oh, he got me. Like, I kind of wanted him to go off the edge so I could talk junk about him going off the edge and pigs flying, but no, that didn't happen either. This is going off the edge. It's just full now. It's gonna be potion time soon. Wow, that's probably the largest cluster of baby piglins I think I've ever seen. I mean, I'm not trying to remove every single piece of Crimson Forest, just the majority of it, before I start removing layers of netherak again. But seeing this huge open space here, and this is the divider line between the, what is this, west? That's east. I always get them backwards. Between the east and the west quadrants. That's the middle block of where the middle of the, where the middle of the what's this called is. This where the spawner is, the spawn pad. I did get the majority of those blocks, right? While I'm thinking about it, I was thinking about it before. I wonder how many of those nether wart I've removed. More than I've removed dirt by double. And I've picked up almost every one of them too. Not that that really matters, but 23,000. Feels like the diamond hoe is lasting longer than the netherite hoe. Big bird. Some more over here on this side before I go over here. Oh, there was. The hatchew. I think this is where I got lost before and I was out of potions and I tried to dig through the wall. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was, because I remember seeing this thing. And that's an odd shaped part of the fortress. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And I remember thinking that and saying that before too. Do I really care about those blocks? No, not really, but some person watching is just like, oh. I do believe I am on fire. I was really wondering if, I was going to end up seriously regretting that, like ending up that, this is not a lava lake, but just a lava pool to where it doesn't reduce your fall damage and you go crunch. Big bird. Oh! Oh! Yeah, this is where I got lost before. Ow. Yeah, I only got 1 minute left on that potion. And I think it's my last set of potions too. Yeah. I don't want to have the... It's funny that I'm in the same spot that I ran out of potions before. And like the confidence that I've got from having the potions and not having to worry about, like, you know, being able to see and move fast and not worry about getting caught on fire or falling in the lava. Like, that's a bad thing to get used to and then think that, oh, well, I'll just be totally fine. It's a completely, totally different game without potions. I mean, me trying to get back that short distance was like, I think I fell in the lava, or I think I almost got burnt up by the lava. Like, so yeah, this stuff is gonna be here. And I almost left my potion box here. And I think I'm gonna call it a video. Got quite a bit of work done. Oops. Ah, they're all empty. Ah, crap, I gotta get magma creams. Should be right. I have to think about it because you're gonna come in here and try to bite me. Yeah. I always get overly happy when I use a potion machine. Ooh. Excuse me. But yeah, I think I'm calling it a video here. A little fire scared me there for a second. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm clicking the button right now.